How's it going, everybody? My name is Maze, and today we're playing old school RuneScape. This is my first video of my new series called Quest for Success. In this video, I created a hardcore Ironman. If you're not familiar with the Ironman mode, there are stipulations on this account, which means you can't trade, you can't use the Grand Exchange, and with hardcore, if you die, you lose your hardcore status, you're knocked back down to a regular Ironman. Now, the old school RuneScape servers are based on the 2007 version of RuneScape, which in my opinion was the best time for RuneScape. In the background of this video, I have a bunch of clips from my new account that I've gotten over the past couple days, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what the vision is for this account and the goals that I have, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you follow along with me. So I've set a lot of goals for this account. I've broken them up into 5 different tiers of goals. Tier 5 is going to be the last things we do on the account, and Tier 1 is where we're starting off right now. So if you're unaware, questing is the priority starting off. A lot of different quests can give you major experience and a lot of different skills that you really don't want to grind out to begin with, like wood cutting, mining, and smithing. So we're going to knock out a bunch of quests in this video and get these early levels up really quick. Moving on, we want to unlock all our different travel options throughout the game. Fairy rings are the #1 priority, along with the Ardoon Cloak 1, which gives us a free teleport to Ardoon whenever we want it. And the major goal for our Tier 1 goal is Barrow's Gloves. Barrow's Gloves are the best gloves in the game, at least to my knowledge currently, and that gives us a lot of quests done during that time, and it helps us reach a lot of other goals as well. Now, our Tier 2 goals is when we can do a little bit of everything. Slayer is going to be the main focus during that time after we get Barrow's Gloves. Gets us a lot of combat experience, gets our combat level high, and gets us a lot of different armors, weapons, everything else. During that time, we're going to be focusing on doing clue scrolls. Want to get ranger boots at some point. Now, over the past couple years that I've been playing this game, I have never once got ranger boots on any of my accounts, which is crazy. I've gotten about 10 different pairs of wizard boots, but not good enough RNG for ranger boots, sadly. Now, the only stipulations that I'm going to put on clue scrolls is medium clue scrolls and easy clue scrolls. You obviously don't have to go into the wilderness. Now, with hard clue scrolls, elite clue scrolls, and master clue scrolls, you do have to go into the wilderness. I'm going to try and do those as they come, but I really want to avoid going into the wilderness, at least in the early part of the game. Once I get towards the end game, when I'm getting closer to max stats, when I've got really good armor and weapons, then that's when we're going to try and go into the wilderness, try and do as many clue scrolls as we can, and just see where we can go from there. But moving on with our Tier 2 goals, we're going to do a lot of Slayer, and along with Slayer, we're going to be focusing on getting our total level up and moving towards max stats and all of our skills. I want to focus on Barrows during this time too, getting our Barrow sets, that way we can work towards our Tier 3 goals. Now, our Tier 3 goals are when we're going to get into the high level bossing and stuff like that. We need to focus on doing the achievement diaries during this time. I really want to focus on Zora, but I believe you have to do the elite Western Province diaries. That way you can get 1 free death at Zora. That way we can start farming Zora, getting the toxic blowpipe, and all the other good drops that we can get from there. Magic logs, sharks, everything like that. That way we can focus on getting our skills up and start moving towards the end game as far as armor and weapons go. Now, we got to focus on crafting, that way we can move towards the Fury, getting the Onyx drops from Zora, hopefully, or once we get our hard or elite Mortania diaries done, we can get all the rune drops from our Barrow's chest, possibly sell the Chaos runes or Death runes to the Tazar shop, and buy an Onyx at some point. Now we're really going to finish off our tier 3 goals when we complete the God Wars dungeon. Now, depending on RNG, we might be there for a couple days, we might be there for a couple months. It really just depends. We're going to try and do most of the bosses on task as far as Zamorak and Armadillo go. We can do those on Slayer task. Now, Bandos and Sarah, we can just kind of do whenever we feel like it. But once we really finish off those bosses is when we'll be moving towards our tier 4 goals, which is really the end game content. Now, our tier 4 goals are going to be the raids. As far as that goes, we can either do solo raids or we can find other Ironman groups and do group raids with them. And then we're going to try and move towards Corporal Beast. Now, Corporal Beast drops the Elysian's Shield, the Spectral Shield, and the Arcane Shield. And Corporal Beast has been in the game for a while, and it's probably one of the hardest bosses in RuneScape, and it has killed a lot of people. So that's why it's really going to be one of the end game goals. Now, finishing off our tier 4 goals is when we're going to get into like our cosmetics and our pets. So if we don't get a lot of drops from the God Wars dungeons or the Slayer bosses, we can go back and try and get the RNG gods to bless us on the pet drops. But other than that, our tier 4 goals are really going to be finishing off our max stats as far as skilling goes. More of the slower skills like rune crafting, farming, etc. that we're still going to be working on by then is what we're going to be focusing on. Then our tier 5 goals is really probably once we've gotten max stats and stuff like that, and any future content that comes up, like Raids 2 is going to be coming out sometime in 2018 most likely, so we can work towards that, but that's really going to be sometime in the future. And anything wilderness related is really going to be in-game content in my opinion, because I want to, like I said, I want to avoid that until I'm more confident with my armor and abilities and stuff like that as far as trying to risk my hardcore status. But other than that, that's really finishing up our goals that we set for the account. We're going to use those as a base guideline. We might do some things out of order. It really just depends on how the progression's going for the account. But other than that, we're going to try and aim for those goals and then move on from there. But in this clip, I bought too many compost packs. I wasn't thinking and thought that each pack was only 10 and I needed 200 to do the 15% for the Hosidius house, and pretty much accidentally spent my entire cash stack. So rip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of just showing the progression that I've gotten so far on this account. I hope you guys do want to follow along on it. I'm gonna put the Osiris guide for the Ironman efficiency that I've been following so far in the description down below, and I'm also gonna link the RuneScape wiki for the quest guides that I've been using. If anybody has any questions about those, more than welcome to ask them in the chat. I hope you guys do follow along. If you have any suggestions, or if you even made it this far, leave a comment down below. I do appreciate all the support, guys. You can follow me on Twitch. I am going to be live streaming all my progression that I do on here. If you guys are contemplating on making an Ironman or a hardcore Ironman, I highly encourage you to do so. I'm having so much fun with this account. I did create a regular Ironman back when it first came out, and it is a lot of fun. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a comment down below, like the video, share. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you do want to follow along, again, I will be live streaming on Twitch, and I'll put a link down to that below. If you want to get notifications when I go live on Twitch, just leave me a follow and just hang out in the chat. I will be doing a lot of skilling, so I'm going to be playing a lot of chill music, and really just want to encourage any other people that are contemplating on making an Ironman, go ahead and do it. Like I said, it's a ton of fun, and if you want to, follow along on this series, and we'll be making a lot of progression throughout, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.